Hey everyone, welcome back to another workout. We are gonna do a full body, quick little circuit. This workout will be 15 minutes, including the warm up and cool down stretches. Mostly standing. There are gonna be a few things where we kind of get down to the floor and back up. So I will say this is more of an advanced workout. We are gonna be doing some compound movements and moving through pretty quickly. We're gonna have 30 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and we're gonna do 3 rounds of 5 movements. We'll have 30 seconds between each round to kind of rest, recover, get some water quickly, and then we'll get right back into that first movement to complete the next round. All you're gonna need are a pair of dumbbells. I am using 15 pounds, but feel free to grab whatever you are comfortable with. Here's a quick little slideshow of what the movements are gonna look like, and we will get started with our warm-up right after. All right, we're gonna inhale, reach up overhead to start, exhale, fold forward. So just repeat this at your own pace. We're gonna do a couple of these here. On your next way up, grab a wrist, bring it over to one side, hold for a second or two, and then go ahead and switch over to the other side. Let's get a few of these on each. From there, we're gonna lower the hands down by your sides and just go ahead and sway side to side, letting the arms hang heavy. Coming back to center, we're gonna inhale, reach out in front, round the back, exhale, row, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Next, we're going to prepare for some air squats. So just getting into a comfortable squat stance, sit down like you're going to sit into that chair, and as you stand, think of engaging your glutes. For our next movement, we're going to take a wide stance with the legs. Arms are going to be out to the side. You're going to hinge forward, reach for that opposite foot or ankle, come back up, and alternate. Did somebody say sprawls? Next up, we have our sprawls. So you're just gonna plant your hands down to the ground, hop back into a plank, and open up the hips at the top. If that's too much, you can also step back one leg at a time and then step forward to open up. And the next time you hit that plank, just go ahead right into your mountain climbers here. Standing back up, we're gonna finish off with that inhale, reach up, get nice and tall, exhale, slam that invisible ball down to the ground. All right, we are gonna get into our workout. So our first movement, we have swing to thrusters. Key things to think about here. You want that momentum to come from the hips. So you are thrusting your hips forward to drive those weights up to shoulder height. Then you're gonna sit down into that squat, stand, and press overhead. Next up, we have our reverse lunge to our bicep curl. So you're gonna step back into that lunge, leaning forward into that front leg. And then once you stand, you'll do a bicep curl and alternate legs each time. Next, we have a sprawl to a renegade row. So you're basically going to hop back into that plank, holding onto those dumbbells, rowing back one at a time toward the hips, hopping those feet forward and standing up at the top. And don't forget, if hopping is not for you, please feel free to step 1 foot back at a time and then step 1 foot forward, just making sure you're still opening your hips fully at the top in between each rep. Next, we're going to have our RDLs to our high pulls. So we're hinging forward, keeping a slight bend in the knees, sending the hips back, weights stay close to the legs. And as you stand, you want to think of driving through your legs to pull those weights nice and high toward the chest. Last but not least, we have some overhead marches. So you're going to try to keep your arms as straight as possible with those weights overhead, bringing one knee up at a time, trying to get it up to the hip crease. Awesome job. You just completed round 1 of 3. Grab some water and get ready for round 2. Ten seconds until we start round 2. Again, starting with those swings to those thrusters. Another thing I'd like you to think about with this movement is driving those weights up overhead from the ground up. So really think of using the force from your legs to push those weights overhead. And another thing for these reverse lunge to bicep curls, please make sure that you are not swaying too much and using momentum as you curl those biceps up. Try to keep those elbows nice and close to the body and make sure you're really engaging those biceps as you curl. OMG, it's sprawl o'clock again. So, one thing I want you to think about while you're rowing those weights, try to keep your hips as square as possible. So, avoid opening up to the side that you're rowing. I know it's going to be difficult, but just try to think about that as you're rowing here. Another key thing to keep in mind for our RDL high pulls is as you pull up, make sure that your wrists are not going higher than your elbows. So you want to always think keep your elbows higher than your wrists here and make sure you are again keeping those weights close to the body. All right, overhead marches are up next again. One thing I did want to mention, if overhead is beginning to feel too much, feel free to bring the weights to shoulder height and you can keep them there as you march. Two down, one to go. Grab some water and get ready for your last round. Grab those dumbbells. We start in 10 seconds. You got this. Last round, best round. I know these movements are a lot, and I'm so proud of you for getting this far. Just keep moving this round, even if you need to take it a little bit slower. Focus on your breathing. You've got this. Just a friendly reminder, if you started with the hopping back and hopping up for your sprawls, and you are just feeling super taxed right now, for your last round, you can always step back, step forward, use that modification if you need it here. Only 2 movements left of this workout. That's only 1 minute total of work left. You can do it. Last 30 seconds of work. Push through. Make it all the way through. You got it. Woohoo! You have officially completed this workout. Congratulations. Great job. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I know that this was a difficult workout, but you crushed it. So go ahead, grab some water, and get ready to stretch. Go ahead, take a nice deep inhale, reach up overhead, exhale, bring it to one side. Inhale back to center and bring it over to the other side. From there, bring one arm out in front, hug it in to stretch that shoulder. You can roll out the wrists a couple times each direction. And go ahead and switch sides. Same thing on this side. From here, we're going to clasp the hands down behind the back, opening up the chest and shoulders. If it feels okay, you can also take some neck rolls side to side. Slowly release the bind, and next we're going to grab an ankle or foot, stretching out the quadriceps or the front of the leg. This is, of course, a little challenge for balance, so if you need anything to hold on to, you can definitely stretch and do that here. Go ahead and switch if you haven't already. Good. And last but not least, we're going to take a nice deep inhale, reach up overhead, exhale, fold it forward, and just stretch out those hamstrings. Couple deep breaths here. Slowly roll it back up to standing. Amazing job today. Thank you again for joining me. And if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more workouts just like this. See you next time.